So my name's Kate Delaney, and I'm a national broadcaster. I do a radio talk show, and I also do sports for NBC Sports. How many of you have dropped a microphone with 100 naked men in the locker room on the floor? When I first moved here, sight unseen, I said to the realtor, "Hey, I want to live in the city. I want to live somewhere near the subway." So the program director said to me, why don't you take a free trip home? And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to cut up the tape, but just get some sound bites for us, and we have a seat on the charter, so just go on the charter. Okay. So, of course, not asking a lot of questions, I get to the airport, the first thing I have to find is the back way to find out where the charter is, you know, where the Cowboys charter is. And I realized I had, I think I was driving a beat-up Acura or something, I can't remember what it was. But I'm driving around all these parking lots, and finally I find a parking lot where every car is a Mercedes, a Lexus, a Benz. And I thought, are they gonna even let me park here? And Nate Newton saw me plenty, goes, this hunk of trash, pull it over next to mine. So that's exactly what I did. The funny thing is going through J school, they tried to make us more homogenized. They tried to pound that out of us to get rid of the accents, to get rid of the way we said things, so that when we were on television or radio or that kind of thing, we would blend in. Isn't it interesting in talking about language colloquialisms, and we're kind of mixing it into a mixed grab bag, how people are very sensitive about that when they're from an area. It's like, again, the Philly reference with rivers, that's big too, because they have the Schuylkill River, and people just, and people will forgive you for that, even in Philly, if you do it once. If you do it twice, get out of town, you're moving. You're not gonna stay on the airwaves there's no way. The great athletes, to me, are the ones that are very human. Some of you, I'm sure, have encountered them along the way, you know, whether you're selling them a house or doing insurance or whatever it might be. And it's the ones who are, you know, everyday people, I think, that stick with us because you can relate to them. And Emmitt Smith was very much that guy.
What was interesting to me was to hear about how our stars, the people that we look up, sometimes call heroes and we idolize, they have struggles just like we do, except usually we only see their performances on the field, their successes and failures on the field. Knowing that you brought that personal element to us, that's what I think we appreciate hearing, because as Chamber, as business members, we're always struggling, trying to figure out how we map out our next goal, how we get there. To know that these athletes are doing the same thing, it's just that millions of people are watching them, and there may only be a handful of people watching us. To know that we're all the same, that was a pretty good connection. I appreciated that.
Awesome. You guys were terrific. Enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate it.